Up for something bigger on second down.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. And Dalton to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reid. And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the buffalo as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties from big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Let's go on the extra point. And it goes to 10-0. Pick six, and now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. A dangerous return man showing it here. The 40, still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44, Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 46 yards on the play. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They saw the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton. He completes it to Olave. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Dalton drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara from 40 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. And CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Lutz with the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
I feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Mahomes to throw once more. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mahomes. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. The Bills defenders get to add to the lead.
That's good on the extra point. That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Quickly to Kelsey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from the Superdome. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They get this out quickly to the left side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation. Strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Passing, it's Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Saints. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during the game, our cameras were looking down at their play sheets, and he wondered if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 51 yards. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Brought down by Ed Oliver. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. That's the end of the first quarter. The score is Saints 14, Bills 7. from the 31. Dalton, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Another chance for Dalton. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Robinson pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On play action, Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Allen to throw it. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guy couldn't catch him in the backfield. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last route by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown, Bills! James Cook from 3 yards out. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So Dalton now. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Dalton. And this one taken in by Olave. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. This will be Dalton again. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing again on second down. Dalton over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw in the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
That's with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before half for Allen. And this one is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Coming left is Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That's good on the extra point. And a lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
56, 56.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Allen now looks to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Final minute now of the third quarter. To throw again on second down. Allen going deep for Diggs. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 47 yards. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Andy Dalton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Dalton. Off to Thomas on the left side. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On second down, Kamara. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Dalton's going to sneak it, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Saints have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
As we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses. Hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route going deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Allen from the gun on third down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 25 on second down, Dalton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I don't see Dalton trying to get him from out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Dalton. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get down for the sack. And sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Buffalo 18. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38, Dalton. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Kamara trying the right side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Passing. It's Dalton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First and 10 for Dalton. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys who respond.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now here's a throw that's complete, finding room at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. In motion left is Watkins.
18 runner, 18 attacking right. Come back team. Trap 60, trap 60.
From the 27, Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
50 Maverick, 50 Maverick.
Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. In motion left is Watkins.
Safety Ranger. 18, Pioneer. Warrior, 17.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need him right now because they're trampling. He's got a man. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 83 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So Dalton now. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. And Thomas has it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dalton. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And it'll be Dalton again. Again, it's Johnson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Second and 2. To throw here, Dalton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
The certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Another chance for Dalton. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
I see support to this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled them up. It's 16-8. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one, and it's set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
19 Tigers. Ready.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Hurts to throw. Caught on the slant. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Hurts sets up to throw it. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles have come back to make it a 2-point game. And a call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Trying the left side with Kamara. Only a couple there, and she'll be brought down about the 28.
The second half is better for him than the first. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this has been a familiar sight as they stop him behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. He gets this one to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
A give. This is Kamara. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A 10th carry for Kamara. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle there by the safety, but in truth, he's really playing linebacker because he's lined up so close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to read and react with force and make the play behind the line.
2nd down and goal. Dalton out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground. Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A give to Kamara running right. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And Dalton to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Passing, it's Dalton. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bills are going to get the foot down back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Dalton. And they'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down. Andy Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This will be Dalton again. He gets it to Thomas. Oh, a heck of a move. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 368. Dalton now to pass. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are back within a couple of the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
That's caught. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. The defense stands tall, and they're going to hold on to their 8-6 lead.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw again on second down. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Allen going to try and throw on third down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Here's Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bills passing game, getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Allen to throw once more. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 25 on second down, Allen. And oh, that one incomplete. And after 10 straight completions, if I were Mrs. Ross, they head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To the air, Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Now Allen again. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Isaiah McKenzie, a 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask, maybe they saw something on film. Did you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there Was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Dalton. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Dalton. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Here's Dalton. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And it'll be Dalton again. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Dalton. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Now it's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the catch made by Johnson. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's good for a Saints. First and 10.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw.
Downfield, and he's got Olave.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I love the job they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leading his offense out on the field.
Here's Dalton to throw for. He's got it at the 2. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. On 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, they'll even try to convert. On 3rd and 9. Allen gonna throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try to defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Kamara up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And they are able to...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced incompletion on first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Dalton. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Getting set for their next drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And Dalton to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He finds some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a short game.
Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running with Kamara. And he's got some space here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. And out of the air, Dalton. He gets this one to Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Dalton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Dalton now to pass.
There's Chris Olave.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mesh there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
Touchdown!
Chris Olave.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 24. From the gun, it's Wilson.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson, and Sutton hauls it in over the middle.
Wilson's pass complete to Cortland Sutton. A gain of 5. 1st down, Denver.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, 1st down.
17 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A 3-yard pickup. That brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints' 14-yard line.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Edmonds.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Wilson on the keeper. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
So it was second and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried the sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. Second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Brandon McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line.
Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up second down. And again, Andy Dalton to throw.
Olave holds it in.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Dalton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So on fourth down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 4 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Again, 3. First down, Broncos.
To throw is Wilson.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. And that right there is first incompletion of the game.
So let's start talking about the all-time records because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence or maybe starts a new streak now because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Andy Dalton. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz to kick off
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football, so there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front, just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably what he wishes he had.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw again is Wilson.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Being chased out left. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 36. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Defense has been to feel a long time now. You have to run like that, but they feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Edmonds again. And it will surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete.
That's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Chase Edmonds, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
McManus now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Saints 10. Brendan McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And some room to work. But he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Slot man moves right. They run it again with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Coming left is Kamara. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Let's go on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
From the 27, Wilson.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
DJ Jones. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Kamara try the right side. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To Dalton now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams.
And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Wilson to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Well, they really could have turned this one upside down. They took their shot from the end zone. Almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Now Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Dalton. He's got his target. It's Olave. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Now Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 34. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Wilson. On the screen, this is Edmonds.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Broncos.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good, and it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.